And the Credit Man Willis here, and we're talking about credit cards to rebuild credit. And the first point we want to hit on is whatever credit card you choose, please make sure that your account will be reported every month to all three of the major credit bureaus. This is the only way a credit card can help you rebuild credit. Your account and the payments you make have to be reported to somebody, and it's best if it's reported to all three credit bureaus. So you really have two viable choices, and we're going to talk about how these work. So the first place is unsecured credit card. This is like a traditional credit card where you're extended a line of credit. These really aren't really available anymore. There's legislation that cap the fees, and most banks just don't offer them anymore. There's a few, and what we've seen as a result of this new legislation is partially secured credit cards. And what this basically is, and I wish I was joking, they charge you unbelievable APR. We saw one credit card listed with a 36% APR interest rate, and then you're also going to be responsible for paying a whole host of fees. You'll get the most benefit for your credit report with this type of account, but it is so expensive because you have an ungodly APR interest rate, and then you also are going to have to make a security deposit, pay an application fee, and jump through a bunch of different hoops. The other alternative is a secured credit card, and what this is going to do is first you require you to make a security deposit. I believe the minimum's typically about $200, $300, and that security deposit just secures your account. It's refundable, and you'll be extended a credit card with a credit limit equal to the amount of your security deposit. So if you deposit $300, you'll be given a credit card with a credit limit of $300. This will be reported every month to the credit bureaus. Also, you'll be responsible for paying a lot lower interest rate because there's not as much risk the bank is taking because they have that security deposit. The other option that people look at are prepaid credit cards, and these will not build your credit. They're good options if you don't have a checking account, but it's not going to build your credit in large part because you're not borrowing any money. You're only spending money that you've already deposited in your account, and thus you're not displaying any credit behavior or any activity that could be reported to the credit bureaus. The other thing, and you have to be cautious about this, big red flag, are those merchandise shopping or catalog credit cards. These often claim, quote, credit bureau, singular, reporting, and then they'll also claim that they're guaranteed approval, $500 credit limit, all sorts of great sounding things, but these aren't actual credit cards. If your account is reported to the credit bureaus, it's not going to be reported even as a secured credit card. It will weigh a whole lot less because you can't use this credit card at your local gas station, at the local grocery store. The one and only place you can use this credit card is buying products and services from the company that just happened to issue the credit card. It doesn't It really doesn't make sense. Avoid those like the black plague. And then also, if you're working to get good credit, it's important to not just focus on building credit. You also have to remove the derogatory information from your credit report. You may also need to settle some outstanding debts, but it's a multi-pronged approach. You can't just focus on one aspect of it. The quickest and fastest results is to remove the inaccurate, negative, unverifiable credit information that's on your credit report. Build some good credit by using a credit card, keeping your monthly balance at about 30% of your credit limit, making good on-time monthly payments. And then also, if you have any outstanding debts, go ahead and settle or negotiate to pay those in exchange for those being removed from your credit report. Don't just live with bad credit. We're going to include a link in the description below to an article at our website for more about credit cards to rebuild credit. Please have a terrific afternoon. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like this video, and looking forward to talking with you again.